12 months. 4 years.
36 months.
15 months. My son Adam is 2 and 10 months. I've been 15 months waiting on an assessment of need.
I have a little boy, Alex, who's 3. He was diagnosed privately at 18 months with autism.
My son's name's Alex and he's been diagnosed at 5 years old with PDA, and Asperger's and SPD.
I also have another little boy, Owen, who is going to be 2 in May, and he's also gone through the assessment need process at the moment.
I haven't had any services for any of my children. My oldest fella is, as I said, he's 7, he's nearly 8. He is past yearly intervention years, so I've lost that time with him. He's now in primary care service and I'm still on a waiting list for him. Like, he would obviously be the longest one I'm waiting on because he's my oldest, but I haven't had anything, nothing at all.
My biggest issue is really his schooling is the next step for him, and in September I'm supposed to put him on a bus.
We waited 4 years for early intervention, and when we did eventually get him, he was 6.5, which was actually too old because he was actually meant to be on the school age team.
I decided to go private because the waiting lists were 12 to 18 months at the time. I went to a private therapist and I paid about €1,500 for that assessment, and I also had to pay privately for a speech and language assessment as well, separately.
The importance of early intervention is that the kids would have the right therapies to be able to interact with children better socially. I mean, everything is really social. Like, they really need to be able to go into a playground and play with their kids, or understand what other people mean, understand other people's body language. You know, this is key, especially for my youngest child. She's non-verbal, she's getting nothing.
Adam's had no services at all. We're 15 months waiting. I've had to bring him privately for occupational therapy, speech and language therapy. We've done play therapy.
I live exactly 5 minutes away from a mainstream school and it's brilliant, but because of Alex's issues, he will turn 7 and he's going to get a lot stronger, and we don't think he's going to cope very well in mainstream, so we're looking at a school in Ballsbridge, which is a good half-an-hour drive from my house.
If I hadn't have got the private assessment, basically my child would have sat on a list for over 18 months waiting for the first assessment, and then what happens is after the assessment they're placed on another list for intervention, so that list again can be anything from 12 to 18 months.
It's a battle, everything is a battle, just to try and help your child as best you can.
I mean, I understand that there's a waiting list for services, but there's no supports at all in place for me, and I've tried to get onto quite a few different things. A lot of it's down to catchment area. If I was in a different catchment area, there is stuff I could be accessing, which is extremely frustrating.
Early intervention is absolutely crucial for a child with autism, and without me going private to get that intervention, my child would be sitting on a list right now, probably still not speaking, because at the time he had his assessment he was non-verbal.
Well, where I am now is he's 6 and 11 months and he's in mainstream school because we didn't have a diagnosis when he was to go to school. And when we got him into school, he wasn't entitled to an SNA because we had no reports. We waited another year to get him more reports, to get him an SNA. We got him an SNA in first class, full time, and this year we've been told we have to fill out another form to make sure he is entitled to one for next year.
I've asked, could I have a social worker? Because I spend from 9 to 12 every morning on the phone trying to fight to get into different things for the kids, and I can't do it because it means that I'm missing them 2 hours down with my youngest child, so I really need somebody else who's able to kind of come alongside me and hopefully support me, not, you know, come in and give me a bit of support or a bit of advice, direction, that type of thing.
People need the support of the HSE. We don't need to fight. We're sick of fighting. It's a stressful enough job becoming a parent to a child with special needs. That brings its own challenges. I have to constantly advocate for my child. I constantly have to work with my child on a one-to-one level. I've had to give up my own job. And many parents are in the same position as I am.
But just on a day-to-day basis, it is incredibly stressful. I mean, to be honest with you, when I go out with the kids, if one of them has a meltdown, all 3 of them go together.
Well, the stresses are huge. Even a daily outing we've had to leave restaurants, we've had to leave Tato Park. Just everything is limited. It's very hard I can't